Welcome to Comic Toy Reviews, and this review is on the Marvel Legends Face Off Daredevil 2-pack action figure. It was made by Toy Biz as part of their Face Off 2-pack series, and this came with the Kingpin action figure. This review will focus on just Daredevil. And they had two versions, one with the mask, and they also had the unmasked version. Before we get to the details, I'll just show you the unmasked version. It's the same figure, they just changed the head. And you could see it here. It's a nice face sculpt. The glasses are attached to the head. You can't take them off. But you can see behind it that the eyes are actually clear. There's no pupils. The hair is a nice sculpt. And this is just a little mask piece that they attached, kind of like if and they put black eyes on it. Kind of like if he pulls the mask away from his head. That's the effect they were trying to go for. And other than that, it's the same Daredevil figure. But the head does not come off. You can't switch it. So it just came like that in the 2-pack. And that Kingpin had a black coat. I don't have that figure anymore. But it had a black coat. And this figure has the classic Kingpin in the white coat. And I'm going to review this figure further. One thing to notice, if you look at the details, I really do feel that this action figure gets a bad knock by the fans who don't like it. I actually do like this figure, and I like it better than the one that came out as part of the Nemesis wave. I like this Daredevil better. And it looks based on the art of Joe Quesada, who was the editor-in-chief over at Marvel Comics before. And Joe Quesada drew a Daredevil that looked, I thought, very similar to this in style, especially during the Marvel Knights run. As you can see here, he has the belt here, and the Billy Club, which is kind of not cool in that it's attached to two pieces here instead of just being solo. If you pop out the string, you can't put it on again. And it's white, and he had different Billy Clubs, white or red. Maybe you want to make a custom. I might try that, just like paint one red and just use one end. And the belt here is open on the inside. Looks like this piece could come off pretty easy. I had that happen on the other Daredevil. The piece just came off belt-wise. So I got to be careful there. And the DD here, double symbol, it's just painted on because they reused some of this body mold from other figures. They didn't sculpt it on. Would have been nice sculpted on. I think the head sculpt looks great in detail. You can see they put some emphasis on the horns. You can see some lines here, sculpted lines on the mask. There's a hole in the back to hold the figure, like on a stand. The gloves are very detailed, and so are the feet. Looks good. He can hold his Billy Club. Either hand can hold it. Now let's get to the articulation. The head has some nice articulation here and some nice movement to the side like that. People complain there it has a articulation here in the inner that whole inner could go really out or in, and it has a ball joint up and down with the bicep cut. Same deal here, same thing. It has 2 points of articulation at the elbows. 1 point right above the glove area. The wrist articulation can go in and out at the wrist. This has sort of an open grip hand. The 4 fingers are attached to 1 point of articulation there. Same deal here. 4 up and down. And the waist side to side. Very good lower body articulation. Ball joints up and down, side to side. thigh articulation point right above the thigh there. Toy Biz. Double knees. Right above the boot articulation point. And up and down, real easy. Has side to side ankle rockers. And 1 point of articulation at the feet, at the toe area. Overall, Face Off Daredevil is a really nice looking figure. It's probably the Daredevil figure at the 6-inch scale that I like best, personally. And I think it just looks great in terms of if you pose it just right. Even though the ball joints here, that's kind of weird. And it would have been nice if it was sculpted on the DD symbol. But the advantages far outweigh any negatives on this figure. And it just looks cool. Would I recommend it? For the Face Off Daredevil and Kingpin? Yeah, I'd recommend getting this figure. You probably have to get it on eBay or the secondary market. Good figure, overall. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. My senses, I smell McDonald's hamburgers 1 block away. Catch you later.